K-pop fans, welcome back to K-CordGirls.
Welcome if you're new.
I'm Mark.
I'm Bree.
Oh! That's my bra. I got no limit. We're done. We're done.
Hey K-pop fans, welcome back to K-CordGirls. Welcome if you're new. I'm Bree.
I'm Mark.
And we're laughing because we did this intro like 5 minutes ago and realized I did not hit the record button. We have not watched the video yet though. I noticed it before we started watching the video, so at least there's that.
Right?
It's one of those mornings, people, okay? It's just one of those mornings. And happy ONEUS Monday, because it's Monday, not Sunday, and we're watching ONEUS. Swear to God, I'm losing my mind already.
That came out so much smoother than the first time.
Sure, we can go with that. Yeah, so ONEUS' new comeback. We're checking out EraseMe. We're gonna be watching the MV and the lyric video because the MV does not yet have subtitles. And we already know that this song is going to have a message that we, or at least lyrics that we really would like to know. Because so far the two lines that I've seen translated online are erase everything, or erase it all, erase me too. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. This music video has me completely terrified. So, yeah. I'm scared. I'm scared. I think it's going to be fantastic, but I'm scared.
Oh yeah, we're big scared. So I'm not going to make any promises that I'm not going to cry or get emotional or whatever. You know, like.
Right? You thought yesterday was bad.
Yeah.
Today might be worse.
It very well might. Which I do want to say thank you for all the support and comments we got on yesterday's video. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever been more nervous about uploading a video before. I was like borderline panic attack because I was editing and I was like, lady, you look crazy. You are losing your mind over a video that might not even be what you think it's about, and you look like a crazy person. So
I don't think you were wrong, though. I don't think we were wrong. At least not completely.
Felt like I was losing it, though. And then watching it, I was like, I looked like I was losing it. So just thank you for the support in the comments. At least I know I'm not the only one, or we're not the only ones who feel like this comeback means more.
Well, even Ito said it means more.
Yeah.
He said there's a message. There's a message hidden in this album that they wanted to get out, and he said that they, it was that this is for them. This album is for them. It's a message they want to get out. No matter how it's interpreted, they just want to get their message out.
Yeah.
So even he said it. So you ain't crazy.
Thank goodness for that. But yeah, because like I saw the comments yesterday, and like I said, thank you all again for the support. It was nice to see so many people that were getting the same thoughts and feelings as we were about it, and that I wasn't the only one who cried. So thank you. But I have seen the arguments too. Like, well, because Ito worked on Echo, but all the other songs, the guys didn't write or compose those songs. So I've seen the argument of like, well, it can't be about them or Raven or the situation because they didn't write or compose the songs. But my thing is that doesn't mean that they didn't talk with the person who did. How do we know that they didn't communicate with the people who were writing the music and said, look, this is the message we want to get across. This is the story we want to tell. and then let them do that for them, you know? Like, I just don't think we should chalk it up to they didn't write it, so it can't possibly be that.
I think that's a too big of an assumption, because for one, you have these, I've seen it with other idols, you have this building where they go in and there's like, you know, staff and all that, and the idols will go hang out with music producers and stuff. So who's to say that this person that did write it isn't a friend of theirs?
Yeah, someone they've worked with.
Someone they've worked with, a work friend, and they're seeing the pain and that they're going through. That is a huge assumption. And Raven used to produce their songs. So how this could be a fellow producer friend of theirs that is seeing not only them go through it, but also Raven too.
Yeah.
And maybe hurting themselves because of everything that's gone down. Because, you know, when your friend hurts, you hurt. It's too big of an assumption to make, in my opinion.
There's too many variables that make me go, it's more likely that it is about what we think it's about, and that one way or another, whether it was the guy saying we want to do this or whether it was the producer's decision to do this, I just think there's way too many variables, way too many coincidences, and the lyrics hit way too close to home to be like, there's no way it's not.
Right, yeah. And Ito didn't say, maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I don't think Ito said just Echo has a message. Pretty sure he meant the whole album.
Yeah, I think he said the album. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my argument to that argument. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
I will laugh my butt off though if it comes. I think it would be hilarious if Raven was the one still writing the music and used like a pen name. Right. Not saying that's what's happening, but I'm saying it would be funny if he did, because that would be some shit Raven would do. Because he has had like insider info about this comeback the whole time, because he's been dropping spoilers since before the track list was even like revealed. He's been dropping spoilers, and it's like his level of sass, I just love it so much. I could see him doing something like this, you know?
Right. Yeah.
It'd be funny.
It would be funny. Might not be true, but it'd still be funny.
It still would be funny. Yup. So yeah, we're gonna get into this. Also, real quick, this Sunday, since we're doing this on Monday, we're gonna go ahead and skip one more episode of Let's Debut on Sunday, because we're gonna do Kia's comeback. So it's gonna be more like a 1 week Sunday this week, because we've been wanting to watch it, and he done dropped like 2 MVs now, and we have been trying to find where to squeeze him in at, so this is just like the perfect opportunity. So that's what's coming up this Sunday. And yeah, before we get into this, if you guys like this video, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and what else, Mer?
That bell.
Also, reach out to us on our socials, come chat, hang out, talk with us in Discord, and you can check out our exclusive reactions on Patreon. We're also streaming on Twitch Fridays through Sundays, watching Peak Time and Fiery Priest. But this weekend's our last weekend for Peak Time. We start new shows the following weekend. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this terrifying video. Oh, and by the way too, my internet's been acting like all kinds of screwy, so if we have any hiccups along the way, I apologize. If you notice any kind of like weird big ass cuts, that's what happened.
Yeah.
지금 나는 위험해 서로는 밤을 걸어가 빠져 drown because of you 지독하게 아팠던 기억 속에 잠겨가 전부 다 lose 매일 버튼 쳐봤지
Hold on.
Ito was in a coffin.
Ito was in a coffin.
I just need a minute to process that.
I'm sorry. That hit me because you know the song that I've been using this whole time, I've played you the song that the Play Dead song. I don't know if y'all have picked up on it. I've used it in a few of our past ONEUS reactions when we've discussed Raven in like the background. But it's a song called Play Dead. And it's literally about basically like laying down and playing dead for someone, like to make them happy, which is kind of how I felt Raven's been having to do this whole time. So that's been like my song for Raven throughout this entire thing. I'll use it as, you know, I'll even use it as the background music after we watch both these videos. So y'all, well, I take out the verses. I just leave in the chorus. But there's a full there's a full thing. But that I'm sorry, that just hit me because I saw that and I was like, that's like the Play Dead song. Like literally laying down and playing dead in a coffin. And I'm sorry, there was a look on Soho's face when he said, what was it, because of you? I don't know.
Yeah.
It felt...
That was like a not nice because of you.
That was a very, like, I'm accusing because of you. Ooh, okay, I'm sorry.
That's what it felt like to me, too. Like, I don't know what he was saying, but whatever it was, like, this is all because of you.
We're gonna go back.
Wait, wait. Go back just a little. Sorry, guys. Look at Ito and Soho's face. I think it's just those two. Look under their eye. You can't right now. But like you'll have to go a little bit farther back, I think. It's really fast, but they have jewels under their eyes that are like tears right there.
Oh, yep.
Cool.
Crap. Okay. Awesome. I do want to say too, I already like the sound and I like the song. I wasn't sure where they were going to go with the song. I wasn't sure if it was going to be emotional. It sounds a little dark. And to be completely honest, so far it sounds a little angry. Not angry, but like that kind of like after the storm, kind of you're still semi.
Yeah, because of you
off.
sounded angry.
Yeah,
for sure.
But the melody and the background music itself it has a dark kind of sound to it. It does to me. I love it though. It sounds pretty.
Because of you.
See, that's Coney's got it too.
Coney's got it too. Oh, yeah, they all have. I bet they're all gonna have it. And he even pointed to the tear.
I know. He even pointed to the tear. I know. That's why I was like, we need to pause and go back. Yeah. Oh God.
I'm sorry if the pausing and the stopping and the going back is annoying because we're doing it a lot, but this is a lot. A lot. Damn.
There's a part of me though that's like yeah, it's hitting me emotionally, but there's also a part of me that's like, yes. Like whatever you're saying, say what you need to say, because clearly this is something they need to say. Like, yes.
You guys know? Get out there and speak your truth. I'm glad. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. I don't care if I sound like a crazy person. If I sound crazy, then too bad. I'm freaking crazy. Whatever. The use of the fire. Raw spit flame. Just saying. It could very well be a reference to that. But I also think there's going to be a lot of references to actual, like, MVs too.
Yeah.
But see that? I'm sorry. I know I'm pausing again. This, not only this background, but this outfit gives me Black Mirror vibes. And pointing to the tier. I'm sorry, that effect on the eyes. The effect on the eyes here. This is crazy to me. How Konhee and Xion are acting as like mirror images of each other.
Yeah.
Because we always joke that Konhee's the triplet.
Long lost triplet,
Yeah.
right?
Look how gray their eyes look.
Right.
I'm sorry, the effect there really blew me away. These are some beautiful visuals.
Erase me now.
Hold on, did you see Soho's eyes?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at the eyes real quick and then I'm gonna go back and play that part. Do you see his makeup too?
Yeah.
His isn't just like gems to represent tears. It's like they've literally like painted glitter tears on there.
Yeah.
Like it looks like he's legit crying. This is what I mean by there's no way this is all a coincidence. These visuals are... Did I go too far?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because it's right here. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's wild looking.
Erase me now.
Ooh.
See, that right there gives me Black Mirror vibes too. I swear to God, Ito, you in this damn coffin. Also, the coffin could be in reference to their vampire storyline that they had. I'm just saying. I feel like we're getting more nods to past things like we did in Unforgettable. You need to stop with this coffin, though. I can't.
Good God.
I'm
sorry.
We're still allowed to admire. You know, we can be emotional and admire at the same time. Because Soho in that corset top, my God.
He came out of that damn coffin so aggressively. Good God.
This feels aggressive, though. Like, down to the choreography, the dance break part in the chorus, it has a bit of aggression to it. Right? Like, not
that
like...
wasn't the aggressive I meant, but yeah, it's...
No, but I mean, there's lots of different kinds of aggression going on right now. I'm just saying.
Right? There is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the look.
Okay.
The eyes, man.
Erase me now.
I'm sorry, I just need a second. Also, I want to yell at the guys because they keep trying to throw crop tops into these videos that I'm trying to decipher a message here. Okay, I don't need peekaboo abs going on because Soho did it in Unforgettable. I know I didn't mention it because I was too busy having a mental breakdown, but I've watched Unforgettable and listened to it a million times since then. And yeah, he had one too, and I saw Ito had one now too.
ONEUS, black shirt with the gold. I'm mad at it because there was like this shimmer that I thought his shirt went up, and I was like, wait. Oh, I'm
so much disappointment.
So much disappointment.
My God, Ito.
I ain't disappointed in Ito's though.
No.
Wow.
Hold on. there's a scene I want to. This. Hold on, I saw someone do a breakdown of this clip from the teaser on Twitter, and I just want to see if it's right or not. I don't know. I don't know if I'm necessarily seeing what they were saying. They were saying something about the number of statues, and the number of pillars. I don't know.
There's
I don't know.
6 heads.
Yeah.
2, 3.
Yeah. I don't know. Also, I do think it's funny that there's black feathers right here.
Erase me now.
And that hit part.
It does.
It sounds so good.
It does. Why does it? Oh shit!
Erase me.
I'm sorry, I just got like chills. Just hold on. I feel like I just got slapped in the face. Okay. Let me go back a second. There was something I wanted to look at, and then the dance break started, and I got kind of tripped up for a second. Okay.
Oh, there is a moon behind them. I was like, wow, I'm kind of
Full
surprised
moon.
a moon hasn't.
Full moon. The way they're sitting around this table, though, that's what I wanted to see what was on the table, which it just looks like drinks. Because I'm sorry, the way they're like looking up at the light under a full moon and all holding hands, it looks like a freaking seance to me.
Oh,
But there's,
I was thinking like praying over, you know, how you.
that's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted to see what was on the table. Praying works better with what's on the table. But I didn't see that the first time around, so seeing them all hold hands, because they're zooming in on them holding hands, like this has meaning to it. You know what I mean? But yeah, praying.
I think it does. Them being united.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
That's why I got thrown with the candles. That's why I was thinking seance. I saw the candles. The visuals in this though are stunning. They have this, it's like it has like this epic beat mixed in with like, oh god. Solo's just gonna go ahead and belt it all out, okay. Crap. I feel like there's a lot in here that I'm not able to decipher that means something. Or like I see something and I feel like I'm getting deja vu, but I don't know where to pinpoint it. Anyways.
There's certain parts though too where it would be all speculation and it would make me sound like an insane person.
I already probably sound like an insane person.
There's no way I could even come close to proving it. So it like literal speculate like so
go for it. Join me on the crazy train.
Like okay. So like the dinner and stuff, like I know they didn't write this. I get that. Anyways. So them holding hands, like we don't know when this is for them. What if it was like when they were eating dinner and it came down crashing down? That like seriously, it is all speculation. You would have to like talk to them, and they probably aren't even allowed to talk about it. So there is no way of proving this. But just like the dinner is that like a nod to like this is like when everything hit, because they were looking up and they had the tear makeup on and they were not happy looking. And
I don't know, there's something about that dinner, that table scene. I feel like I'm missing something. Other than the moon. I think the full moon is a legit nod to their song Full Moon, which was written by Raven, so.
yeah.
And
it can mean nothing like that. That's
our speculation and thoughts.
Yeah. And then like the whole concert scene, they were up there dancing hard, but if you notice, not a single one of them had a smile or even a hint of a smile on their face, and they were very aggressively dancing.
Pain. I could just be reading too much into it. I don't know.
Again, that's speculation and me reading probably way too into it, but that's what I got to. Like anger and pain looking faces.
Yeah.
While they're up there performing.
Yeah.
I don't know. And we talked about it, I think, yesterday, how like anti-Ravens were saying, oh, the guys are happy he's gone, and that, you know, they're not hurt at all, and they never liked him, and blah blah blah. And again, bullshit. I'm not even sorry if I piss you off, because that is bullshit. Because you could tell by the look on their faces that they were not okay.
Oh yeah.
Not even a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Not even a little bit. And so that's what that scene with at the end with them up at the concert looking angry and in pain and hurt and not happy reminded me of. Was like when they were at fan meets and concerts and stuff. Excuse me, I have a cold.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, if we're riding the crazy train right now and y'all think we're riding the crazy train, then it is what it is. Maybe we're reading too much into it. Maybe we're trying to see what we want to see. Maybe we're... I don't know. But we've always been honest with you guys, and we try not to hold back, and we definitely don't like to lie to you guys, so...
Right.
This is how we honestly feel. If we're wrong, we're wrong.
Right.
I'm not one of those people that's gonna be like, oh my god, I'm right and I'm gonna die on this mountain. But you know, if we're wrong, we're wrong. But this is how we feel, and this is our thoughts on it, you know?
Yeah. And it's at least how we interpret the God, that sounded southern Jesus. Anyways. When the roots come out. Oh. Anyways, it's how we interpret the MV and stuff. And honestly, we talked about this before when we made the ONEUS announcement forever ago, that you know, it's been difficult for us, really difficult, and we've been pushing through, and this is really what we need. We need to we kind of need to just get sad and angry.
Yeah.
You know, too, because...
And that's almost what I feel like, and I was talking to K-CordGirls 2 Moons the other day. It's almost what I feel like this album is. I almost feel like this album is not just for us, but for the guys as well, is a way to process, express feelings, and heal. Because I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my god, every album after this is going to have something to do with Raven. Every album after this is going to have... I just think it's specifically this album, and it's only going to be this album, because I feel like this is 2 Moons and ONEUS trying to get closure on the situation. Because I also do think that what happened is going to be coming to a closure of its own soon, just from the little things that Raven's been posting online. It sounds like maybe their case might wrap up soon, hopefully.
Right.
Right. So in a way, it feels like this is closure for all of us. It's a way to heal, process, go through the emotions, go through everything, let everything out that we've been going through these last few months. And yeah. So that's why I don't want everyone to be like, oh my god, they're gonna be like this with every album. We're not. I swear to God, we're not. But I do think it's this album specifically that is about this. And I think it's because we needed it and they needed it. I think the guys needed this album. I think they needed to get this out. I don't care if it's not their exact words. I really do think they had a hand in saying, this is the story we want to tell. This is the message we want to get out. Because I'm sorry, the looks on their faces right there, and maybe they're just genius actors, I don't know, but the looks on their faces right there was like, I am meaning every single word I'm saying right now. And it does. It feels like a process. Yesterday's video was emotional. It was reflection on what we love and what we miss, and an end of an era kind of thing. Whereas EraseMe is more of like I'm pissed and I'm gonna let it be known. I'm going to say what I need to say, regardless of who doesn't want to hear it. That's how it feels, just off of what I've seen in this video just now, because there are a lot of looks that they are shooting at the camera that are either like, in like Konhee's case, I feel like Konhee's looks are more saddened, whereas the rest of them look hella ticked.
Right.
A lot of the looks they're throwing look like they are pissed. And maybe they're not anymore. Maybe they were at the time and they didn't get a chance to express that, because I know that's what we went through. One day we were sad and we were crying, and the next day we were cursing to the high heavens at the person who did this, because we were hella pissed.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We would go, it was a roller coaster. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of the problem at the time was, I don't know, for me personally, I felt stuck in my emotions. I couldn't get out of this cycle of being sad and pissed off and sad and pissed off and sad and pissed off, because I was getting pissed at more than just the person. I was getting pissed at a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not anybody in K-Cord. Not you guys.
And not ONEUS. Not the guys.
And not ONEUS. I was getting pissed at like RBW. And I was getting pissed at the person that started it all. I was
getting fans demanding removal.
Anti-Raven. Yeah. And like, anti-Raven people. I was getting really pissed at them too for demanding his removal, because and then I would get really sad because, I realized that we are never going to come out of this the same. And it was just this horrible cycle that I kept going through. And I guess, just to be perfectly raw and honest, we'd have to come on and do ONEUS Sunday and slap a smile on our face, and everything was okay for however long ONEUS Sunday lasted, because Raven was there. And then ONEUS Sunday would be over, and here we were again with no Raven and him gone again.
First time we faced the video without him in it.
Oh my god.
I felt like we were living in a dream world until that point.
Yeah.
Like, we stayed in our little dream world bubble where Raven was still in the group, and then we got slapped in the face with reality.
Yep.
I think what's really helped me is, because at the time I was pissed because we didn't know what was going on. And I get why. I get why things couldn't be said, why no one could talk about it. Legal issues and all that kind of stuff. I get that. But I was still frustrated and upset because we didn't know what was going on. And we hadn't heard anything. So I think what's really helped me a lot is finally seeing Raven come back. Even if it's just through his posts on YouTube or Instagram, even it, the videos he released for like not that long ago, like for us watching those was like
That did a whole lot
healing.
of healing. Yeah.
Whole lot of healing for us.
Whole lot of healing. Yeah, because I was in this horrible cycle that just was not ending until that point. And yeah, because when we got hit with the first one without him, I thought, oh shit, I can't keep doing this. And that was hard.
Yeah.
So, which is why we're needing to take this whole month, not to bring a different group into it, but for Astra, because
it's a different situation, but it's still losing someone. It's still missing someone. It's just losing them in a much different way. But we learned.
But I don't need to live in that. Yeah, even though it's a different situation, we learned our lesson through this. I don't need to live in that delusion and then come back and get hit again so hard with the truth like we did with Raven.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be so much worse.
Yeah.
This time around.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's been hard in both situations. I don't know. It's been hard in both situations.
Yeah. They both hit differently, but for us, they felt very similar in the sense that these are two groups that we have dedicated days to. We react to weekly. That in a lot of ways have become a part of our lives and a part of our channel and our community. And to have two losses, again, both very different ways, but it still hurt. Both still hurt. Yeah. But we learned our lesson with trying to keep ourselves in a bubble and not face reality, basically.
Right.
And I mean, I know we're saying all this and we're still doing ONEUS Sundays right now, but that's because we're doing Let's Debut, and then after Let's Debut is when we're gonna finally retire ONEUS Sundays. But that's not to say that we're leaving the group, because anytime they have a comeback, anytime they have something that we want to watch or react to, or that you guys want us to watch or react to, we'll still do it. It's just not going to be a dedicated day or a weekly thing, you know?
Right. Exactly. I mean, it's not like we're saying goodbye to ONEUS forever.
No.
It's just
we're saying
and really it comes
weekly ONEUS.
weekly ONEUS. And a lot of it comes down to, like, I know, like, some of our 2 moons were, I think, upset about it, but what it comes down to is we really don't have a whole lot to react to either. And I know that they have a lot of content and stuff, but, like, keep in mind that not all content is reaction worthy.
Yeah.
It's just like, you guys are not going to be entertained by us watching it. So it really does come down to, we're just out of content that would be worth reacting to. So anything new that comes out, we're going to absolutely jump on it. And you guys are, you know, it's going to be here. It's just, there's not going to be a weekly dedication. That's all.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So, let's find that lyric video, shall we? I really do. I need to know what these lyrics are. I know I probably look and feel less emotional than I did in yesterday's video, but that's because, again, I feel like this is hitting me in a different way. Whereas yesterday's video had me feeling very sentimental and got me really in my feels. This one's more striking that nerve of when I was pissed off, when everything was going on. Not that I'm not still pissed off, but my anger about the situation has calmed down to a more acceptable point. But yeah, this to me sounds angry, and in my head I'm going, yes, say what you need to say, get it out there. Like, yes. So that said, I'm gonna see if I'm right or not on if it is angry. Maybe it's not. Maybe it just sounds that way to me because it hits my angry chord. I don't know.
A lot of the instrumental parts sounded very aggressive.
Yes.
It was gorgeous.
It was pretty,
but it did
aggressive.
sound aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, their vocals are stunning as always.
지금 나는 위험해 살얼음 밤을 걸어가 빠져 drown drown because of you 지독하게 아팠던 기억 속에 잠겨가
Oh God.
전부 다 listless 매일 어둠 잡아줘 into you 네가 없는 내 방은 텅벼 자비한 세상은 텅벼 매일 눈물 바람에 우습게
I'm sorry, I need to pause and I hit the wrong button. Wow, yeah, no, I'm not, I don't think we're wrong. I don't think we're wrong. And again, if you guys think we're on Crazy Train, we're on Crazy Train. I don't think we're wrong.
I don't think so either. There was a line, I think it was Wong Woon's line.
I'll let it play to his, because there's some,
yeah, because that broke me a little bit.
And then the painful memories.
Nope, it was, yeah,
Ito's.
it was Ito's line. Locked up in terrible, painful memories.
Won Woon's line hit me.
Wong Woon's line hit me too, but so did Ito's.
That.
Yep.
That.
Yep. Huh.
Now that we have lyrics, now the emotions come. I'm sorry.
Ruthless World come at me. Like, okay. Again.
Because that's what happened. That's what happened. Y'all can't tell me this isn't what happened.
There was a lot of hate that went on Twitter. Well,
I'm not
there
gonna
was
lie.
so much hate that went on Twitter. I had to step away from Twitter. What I did is I got on, I have like this special little area on my browser where I can open up Twitter. I posted something really quick. I refused to look down, posted it, and left.
See, and that was my issue. I couldn't get off of Twitter. I was so consumed by it that even though it was tearing me up, even though it was pissing me off and making me upset, I couldn't step away. Like, I would be on there for I don't know how long. Because I know I would rant to you the entire time I was on there. And that's exactly what happened. Because they went after Raven, and then as soon as Raven stepped away, they went after everyone else too. They went after them for not getting, like... I remember Xion was attacked.
Yep. I think
Soho and Ito were attacked.
Yeah.
I legit saw conversations on Twitter where people were like, we got Raven out, let's get Xion next.
Yep. So did I.
And then those first two concerts, which I know we talked about this in yesterday's video, those first two concerts, the first one, the guys I felt like got to be very honest about their feelings. And then they got backlash for it from people who claim to be their fans, from people who claim to love them. They got backlash for being honest about their feelings. And then the next day, it felt like they were reading a script because everything they were saying was not anything close to what they were saying the day before. And it didn't have the emotions. It felt stiff. It felt like they were literally reading a script. Because they got backlash, because they weren't allowed to feel about this. They weren't allowed to miss him or be upset about the situation. So yes, the Ruthless World come at me line, it hits close to home. Really big, just, yeah.
I agree.
Because I think that's the part that upset me more
100%.
than anything. When we first got into ONEUS, I remember we were like, oh my God, 2Moons are the best. And you know what?
Right?
For the ones that are still with us, for the ones that we know, y'all are. But I saw a lot of supposed 2Moons on Twitter who were very quick to turn their backs on Raven. And were very quick to threaten to do the same to the rest of them if they didn't turn their backs on Raven. And I'm sorry, that is not a fan. You are not a fan. You don't love the group. No. You can't say you do. Not if it's that easy for you.
Especially when true fans were coming out with, like, bravo to the 2Moon sleuths. Oh my God.
Some of them weren't even 2Moons.
Yeah, I know. There were so many that were like, I don't even stand this group, but look how obvious it is. And they were hunting.
I saw Carrots. I saw so many other fandoms go, this is ridiculous. This is wrong. And you know what? We're going to help.
Yeah. So props to the Twitter sleuths, because oh my God, it was so obvious. And like within, God, it was like a 3-day nightmare. Because within a 3-day time, like shit hit the fan. And then like people everywhere were bringing out proof of like instantly of how much of a lie this was. And I thought, oh, thank God, because
right,
this is just gonna blow over.
Right,
And
there's so much evidence. There's no way they can say he's guilty.
And then they did a couple of, I think they did like a concert or something, and
oh God, the fan chant.
The fan chant
the first time.
They did a concert and like it was boycotted because they hadn't removed Raven officially yet, and then it was over. And then the first fan chant, they cut Raven's name out, and they got the look on some of the guys' faces, because some of the guys didn't hold it together as well as,
I don't think they were expecting it. They were waiting to hear Raven's name in the chant, and the second it got skipped over, you could literally see the shock on their faces.
Right. I think Shion was the only one that held it together, but he's
a close to the street kind of person.
Yeah, all of his emotions are on the inside, and he bottles it up, and I think he felt it too. It's just he doesn't show it as well. Even his own brother has talked about that, so that's just facts. But yeah, the looks on their faces when the Raven's name wasn't, it just hit them hard. And I remember, I feel like I'm repeating myself from yesterday, sorry, but I remember like
this is therapy. Someone said yesterday's video was therapy. Welcome to K-Cord Therapy with Murren Free.
Right.
You're 2Moon. You need therapy. You need to talk. Guess what? We do too.
There it is.
It's therapy session.
Right. Just, I don't know. During that time, I remember seeing Wongwoo a lot, and I thought, oh my God, there's no way he's sleeping, because his eyes were like puffy.
Oh my God, yes.
And he just
had the
looked
darkest circles around his eyes.
Right? He looked so run down. He looked so exhausted. He looked so defeated. It was killing me. And then Ito too, because Ito was trying to be strong and hold it all together. But yet you could see that he lost his best friend and that it was tearing him apart.
He broke down at that first concert, and even the guys were like, Ito never cries.
Right?
Ito never cries. And then the next day, he was the one who had to deliver most of the speech that I swear to God was written for them.
I was so pissed that they made him do it. I
honestly feel like he took that on himself, though. I really do. Ito is the kind of person, especially with Raven being gone, because Raven was the oldest, and we all know Soho's second oldest, but let's be real, Soho's not let's be real, Soho's not necessarily like one of those kind of youngs, you know?
Right.
And even he was saying he was grateful when Raven had joined on because he didn't want to be the oldest. So I do feel like Ito took a lot on himself as like, I'm the second oldest now, and I need to be strong for the rest of them, and I need to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, more than likely. Yeah. It pissed me off that he had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he took it on himself, it pissed me off that he had to do it. That any of them had to deliver that message. That message had to be delivered at all. Really.
Because if I remember correctly, one of the lines that I remember hearing repeated so many times afterwards, was something like stop associating us with him, or stop, it was something along the lines of like they wanted people to stop talking about him and them as one thing because they weren't anymore. And I remember hearing so many anti-Raven ranties basically going, see, even they said it, and I'm like, I'm sorry, how can you watch that video and not tell that they're being forced to say this? Especially when just the day before they were saying, we're going to support you in all your future endeavors and we hope you support us too, and you knew who they were talking to, you know?
Right.
And then the next day they're like, stop associating us with him. You can't tell me with overnight their feelings changed just like that.
Right. And in my personal opinion, when I heard it, I was like, that was a delivery. Like, he was doing it because he wanted to do it. Personal opinion, might not be yours, but that was mine. That was mine. It didn't feel like he was just doing it because he had to.
Mm-hmm. There was no conviction behind those words.
Yep.
But yeah. We'll go on with the rest of the lyrics. I'm sorry, that line just it hit me really hard.
My room was empty too. That one is Oh God!
I'm sorry, I need to go back. I swear to God, we're gonna be examining every line. Welcome to the lyric examination. This is therapy and lyric examination.
Our paths are twisted.
Hold on, I was looking at this one real quick because I swear to God, this is just what we were saying. Being stuck in the moment, stuck in the past, stuck in the memories, like... Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then the next one hits...
I'm trying to get my... There we go.
Our paths are twisted, we can't meet each other. Tell me that isn't about Raven. Tell me that isn't about Raven. Are you kidding me? Because when shit like this happens, they can't even communicate with each other. Because, like, okay, not to bring other groups into this, but like Monsta X got in trouble because they met up with Wonho after all of that shitstorm happened, and he was proven innocent. They still couldn't meet up with him and got in trouble over it. So tell me this isn't about Raven, because I guarantee you they're not supposed to be hanging out with each other.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm telling you, I really do honestly believe they are, just behind scenes where they can't be seen, unfortunately.
It's probably an RBW.
Probably.
They're probably just not going out.
Yeah. Oh God.
Erase me now.
I'm sorry, and again, yeah, I know we're lyric examining, whatever. That it's like that's basically what they had to do.
Mm-hmm.
All
to the side, they had to bury the memories.
Your memories, your feelings,
like it never happened. Yep.
And I saw someone had said something too about it's interesting that this is called Erase Me because they were still promoting Same Scent somewhat when all this went down. And I mean, like, they were still doing the concerts, they were preparing for their world tour. And what happened? All their promotional posters, it's not like they made new ones. It's not like they were like, okay, we're now a group of 5, we need new no. They literally took the original OT6 images and just erased him.
They zoomed in.
Literally.
Yeah. They zoomed in to cut him out.
There are
cannot tell
behind
you-
the scenes videos where you can hear him in the background or see his hand on one of the guys that was filmed before everything happened, but released after, where they literally cut him out. That's like the other line. Hold on. I knew that line hit for a reason.
Like a film tape that's been cut.
He was literally cut out of the videos. There's even a video I saw someone have posted where, like, you know how like they blur staff faces? There was like staff along the wall.
Oh,
and they blurred all
yeah.
their faces. The t-shirt that one of them had on is the same exact t-shirt Raven wore in his video that he released recently.
Yep.
That's what I'm
That they
saying.
blurred his face out.
That's why this hits, because that's what they literally did to him, is they erased him, they cut him out, and to the guys, they're probably like, it's that easy. It's that easy for us to just be gone. It's that easy for them to do that to us.
Yep. I remember the first promotional poster that was put up afterwards and I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
It's my poster that I have right here, literally, from Malice. The OT6 poster, they just removed him from it.
Right. They moved it over and zoomed in so that, because he was kind of off to the side a little bit over here.
Yeah. Well, and this one, I think it's a different version that they use for the promotional. In this one, he's in the center. But I did see somewhere, literally, like, you could tell from special effects there's a gap. Because they just literally erased him out of the picture.
Yeah. So, and I remember seeing that, and I was like, that is so wrong. I was so pissed at RBW for that. I
know there were a lot of fans that were like, y'all can't just go take new pictures? Like,
right. I would have been upset over new pictures, but just to cut him out like that, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You can't put them in outfits and find some kind of room somewhere to take pictures in.
Yep.
You're just gonna cut him out like that. Really?
I knew that
I was so mad.
I knew that line hit home. Because that first promotional video, oh my god. Because I remember there was like, it was all of them. It was like a shot of all of them. And there was a hand on Hwan Hong's shoulder where you could tell someone was standing right next to him in the same outfits that they were wearing, but just cut out. And then there was a part where you could literally hear him laughing in the background. Mm-hmm. Raven has a very distinct voice. If you're a Two Moon, you know Raven's voice. You know his laugh. You know, and I remember hearing that, and the second I realized that they cut him out, I broke down. And then I went to Twitter, because that was my issue at the time, and I saw so many other Two Moons who were pissed, who were like, you couldn't just left him in the video for us? This is the last bit of content we have with them as OT6, and you cut him from it. You couldn't just give it to us as is, this last little bit, since there's not going to be any more. And I'm sorry, it pisses me off, because all of it was done because of all the ranties who were demanding it. It was their fault. It was. And it's sad when a company literally bows down for people like that.
Yeah, because I don't feel like the ranties' voice was bigger, but they were the ones that were
louder,
listened to,
and angrier, and not even louder or angrier, because I think we were just as loud and just as angry.
Right, I really do think we were just as loud and just as angry, but they listened to the ranties over Two Moons, which again had me so pissed, because I was like, RBW, we are screaming at the top of our lungs not to do this. To please not listen to them. To please not do this.
And I'm sorry, I know so many people were like, well, Raven's the one who made that decision. And you know what? Yeah, I could see him making that sacrifice for the guys. I could. But I've also heard of cases where a member has chosen to leave a group only to reveal later that they were forced to make that choice. You know?
I haven't watched it yet, but there is an interview done by Anthony Padilla, who interviewed K-pop idols who left, and come to find out they did not leave. Like, they officially it's officially said that they left. They did not leave. They were forced out. I'm not saying this was the case here. I'm not going to assume. I'm not saying that was the case here, but it happens.
It's a possibility.
It happens. They are forced out, and then it's said
Oh yeah, because the company doesn't want
decision.
backlash for doing it.
Exactly. That they were actually kicked out. It's just the companies claimed that they left on their own, and they did not. I'm not saying that's the case here, but I'm just saying it does happen.
The only thing that gives me hope that RBW didn't force him out and that it really was his choice is the fact that he still signed on with RBW. I think if they had forced him out, they probably would have forced him out of the entire company.
Exactly.
So I don't think that's the case for him, but it's a possibility still. But I also I found it so hard to believe that because he worked so hard to get to where he was at, to get to where they were at. They all worked so hard. But like, the fact that even now he's releasing music, the fact that even now he can't stop because he loves it that much, makes me go, there's no way he would step away. I know this is taking forever. This is going to be a long-ass video, and I apologize. Again, welcome to 2 Moon Therapy with Murren Free.
Erase me now.
See, that is so aggressive.
It is.
It sounds so good though.
It's so pretty sounding too with like the string instrument sounds in the background.
This is about Raven. I will die on this hill. I don't care who the fuck wrote it.
I know I said I wasn't one of those people, and normally I'm not. Normally, if I'm proven wrong, if I'm legit proven wrong and given legit evidence that this isn't about him, I'll admit it. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. But I don't think I am so much so that I will die on this hill, okay? Literally, yes, I'm the villain.
Where is a pretty farewell?
Because everyone was making, not everyone, but the ranties were like, he's evil. They were literally made him the villain. So much so that they like started even coming up with crap out of nowhere. Like, oh yeah, even the guys don't like him. He's annoying. They don't like so much bullshit. Because all of a sudden he's the villain now. I'm sorry.
Erase me now.
it's like it kicked up that aggressive sound even more right there.
Erase me.
Oh.
B2B popped up and they're like, hey girls, what makes you happy?
Right. You guys need like a happy pill? Here we are. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. And sorry. Anyways.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the thumbnails. They're unbelievably ironic. I'll just put it that way.
Extremely ironic.
Because
we got biases popping up everywhere.
My biggest issue in the whole world is on the top line, and then on the second one we have our happy pills of B2B.
As well as my biggest issue.
And then like down here in the corner, that down here on the left hand corner, that's Kiki's OTS.
The one on the right hand corner? Hold on, just to show y'all what we're talking about. I'm just gonna go ahead and flip back screens. The right hand corner? I've been bopping to that nonstop the last several days. That's yeah. And then second one on the top. My second biggest issue right now. It's just like you guys need a dose of something that's gonna make you happy. Here's an array of options, like specifically for you.
I can't believe that Uso and that B2B and that Kiki all here in a tic-tac-toe line. Just do. Yep. That's
Yep.
Wow.
Oh,
Sorry. They show up when we need them the most. It's just so ironic.
It is. It really is.
Anyways.
Oh goodness. Well, I know. There's no way we can watch any other videos. This is already getting too long. But I would like to hear the other songs from the album, which we are still. Sorry, something popped up. That's one we're gonna. I feel like that's one I'm gonna need to face eventually before we stop on a Sunday, the full moon one. I'm trying to find a full playlist for the album. There we go.
I want to hear Echo so bad.
Me too. I don't even know how to say that one, but I remember hearing that in the medley, the intro. The intro sounds.
Which one?
Amazing. This one.
Leaf? Is that how you would say it? Leaf?
I'm guessing. But we are waiting for our albums to come in. So maybe when our albums come in, that one on Sunday, we'll check out maybe those two songs.
That sounds good.
Because there's not many songs on the album. I think it's enough to where we could watch them. Watch the lyric videos for them and do the unboxing.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. I think we've said everything we've wanted to say.
Yeah, sorry we got so angry.
Yeah.
This is what we've been kind of going through.
Not gonna lie,
it did.
Good to get it out. It really did. And that's what I think this album is all about. I really do. I think it's about getting everything out and healing and closure and moving forward.
Because this is what we've been going through behind the scenes, and there was a lot of fuck you ranties going on. So
a lot.
We got big mad.
We got big mad.
We were trying to, for the most part.
We were trying to stay positive as much as we could, which I think, like I said, there's still several videos where we've broke down, and we didn't delete those because, like we've said before, we don't want to hide how we feel, but at the same time, we didn't want to drag you all down with us either. You know, it's not like y'all are coming to K-Cord to, like, you know, get sad, you know, like
exactly.
We want to be able to give you guys a place where you can, you know, watch something that might make you happy or cheer you up. and so we don't want to drag anyone else down.
Yeah.
But at the same
We
time,
do try to create a positive space. And
Yes.
us getting big mad is not going to do that. So,
because regardless of what y'all might think, I got some bad temper.
yeah.
I think I told someone. I told someone that in chat one time in our K-Cord chat, and they were like, "There's no way," and I was like, "You got no idea."
Right. We have seen each other go off. Trust me, we both get big mad. We both get really big mad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. But I am interested. I think I had saw someone. I don't remember it exactly because it was very brief. I was just kind of scrolling through Twitter the other day, and I wasn't really like dissecting anything. But someone did post like the playlist, like the album, and it was almost like they were listing emotions next to each one. Like this one's reflection, this one's anger, this one's acceptance, this one's moving on, and I was like, holy shit.
I would love to see that. I do feel like EraseMe was anger. I really do.
Mhm.
I think they were getting their anger out. And if they weren't, it sure helped me get my anger out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what the title of this it can't be. It can't be, but the title of this reaction should be "Fuck you, Ranties."
I don't know. I keep thinking, I'm like, it could be therapy, 2 Moon therapy. It could be big mad, hella pissed. Like, there's a lot. We'll
Hella
see.
Pissed sounds like a K-pop song.
It does. I want someone to make that now.
Right?
Anyone's out there who produces K-pop songs, please make us one that's called Hella Pissed. Oh god. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and let you guys go because this got really long. We didn't mean for it to get this long. We didn't realize we needed to get all that out. I feel a lot better though.
Me too. Oh.
We've officially lost it. We got hella pissed, we got hella sad, and now we're just giggly. And we were officially on Crazy Train.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go. And again, this Sunday, no ONEUS, because we're gonna check out Kia.
Right.
So, we will see y'all later. Alright, so surprise! If this video isn't long enough already, guess what? We're gonna add something else to it. So, we were saying at the end of this reaction that we felt so much better after watching and listening to EraseMe. And literally, like, right after we said that, one of our K-cord 2 Moons tagged us in chat and was like, you guys have got to see this Twitter post about EraseMe. And we did, and I swear to God, this person is, like, reading my mind.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Everything they're saying is so on point. I don't know if we should show the Twitter post because I don't want anybody to go after them. I don't really want to show their name, so I'll just read it. It's gonna get a little long, whatever, I don't care. It's just this makes so much sense.
Yeah, and we'll like comment like as we read through the thread, but yeah, because I was telling Free, you know, like, and it comes up. We'll just read it, yeah, and then talk. Read and discuss.
Yep, because along with therapy and lyric evaluation, it's, I don't know, story time.
Story time. Actually, like, we haven't like officially announced it, but we are wanting to start the process of a podcast next month. And so like, this is the type of stuff that you would see on here. And like, if the podcast was up and going, we probably would just do it for that instead. But since it's not yet, we're here we are.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to take turns reading different parts? Because it's a Twitter post, so it has to be broken up into parts.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so they started off with saying, I didn't think I'd be at peace, but after seeing the lyrics to Erase Me, it feels like a weight has been lifted away from my chest and my heart no longer hurts. Let me explain so maybe you guys can feel the same. Which again, I think we feel the exact same way about it. It's more than closure. It's yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because of our little rant and because like it was kind of like a rant type song, it really did help us let out a whole lot of steam, you know? And like this next part, I'll go ahead and rate this next part because this was my feeling about the song 100%. 100%. And I agree with this person completely. Erase Me is Raven's song. It is in his perspective. It tells the story of what happened to him and how he felt. He didn't write it, but he was definitely still involved in the process, giving his ideas and opinions. Because how else would he know all these freaking spoilers if he wasn't involved? And
Exactly.
I do feel that Erase Me was in his voice. There was several lines where I thought, wow, this is from his point of view.
Like the part where it was like, I'm the villain. Like, why would ONEUS be saying they're the villain? Like,
right. No.
I mean, yeah, obviously they got attacked too, but I mean, he was the one getting most of it, you know?
In this situation, he was depicted as a villain.
Yes.
And I 100% felt like that was in his voice. So yeah, I agree. I do personally think he was heavily involved in like writing Erase Me. You will not convince me otherwise.
Nope.
Because it was from his point of view. And if it wasn't, someone was like projecting his voice through it for him then. Because yeah.
And then the person went on to say, I made a post a week ago saying how I didn't understand why he was posting spoilers for a comeback he wasn't even in, but now I get it. Even though he wasn't in it physically, he was there in every other aspect.
Again, I agree. Like this one, I felt like he was all through Erase Me.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So, the song is his point of view. The spoilers he gave weren't even spoilers. They were just him. He was telling us that he was involved, plain and simple. He was telling us he was there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now with Unforgettable, I kept wondering why would they pick a different song to be the title track when they have this masterpiece, this emotionally important piece that tells their story as OT6. And I agree. I was so moved by Unforgettable. Like I said, I've been listening to it so much. I was so moved by it. I was like, if this is the B-side,
right?
What the hell is the title track? Like,
yeah. Right. Exactly. It's obviously means that the world to them, obviously means the world to, oh God. Hello, dyslexia. Thanks for coming to the show. It obviously means the world to them. Hell, it made a interview for it and made it the pre-release. Okay, so
Unforgettable, yeah.
Right. If it was so important, why wouldn't they make that the title track? Well, it means that there was something more important to share than the story of OT6. Again, I agree. And I thought Unforgettable was title track worthy. And so I was like, I don't think, since we've been in Two Moon, I don't think we've ever seen them do a pre-release.
No, they never had. And even in that, what was it, that What's in My Pygmalion interview we did yesterday, even they were like, this is our first time doing a pre-release.
Yeah. So, and I thought that was strange, but it really does make sense to me now.
And not only that, but I remember in that What's in My Pygmalion one, that they were even like, when we heard Unforgettable, we thought like, this is gonna be the title track. They were like, but then we heard Erase Me and we were like, no, this is gonna be the title track.
Right.
Yeah. The one thing more important is Raven. Sharing his story was more important. They were constantly telling us that the messages were important, and they felt that Raven's message was more worthy of being the title track. They chose him over themselves.
Which I think is amazing. And again, I agree. I agree with everything this person has said so far.
From what we know of ONEUS, they are some of the most loving and caring people with such big hearts. It's such a them thing to do. And they loved him that much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember a specific quote that hit me so hard right after he left, and that was Shion, who again is our, like, you know, not super emotional magne, you know? He keeps, you know, things, but he even said a long, long time ago, ONEUS is not ONEUS without Raven. Or would not be ONEUS would not be ONEUS without Raven. And I mean, this was long before any of this happened.
Right. Yeah. They didn't just focus the album around him. The freaking title track and the song will be performing for weeks on end. The song everyone is going to be talking about. It's Raven's story. They're forcing everyone to learn it and know what happened, because that's the most important thing. So they not only, I have to agree, again, not only did they just give him the title, they gave him his voice back through this. They gave him his voice back through this song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they said, this for me is better than what would normally be considered closure, because they involved Raven in every step of the process. He was always there, and they told his story for him when he couldn't.
Right. Remember, he stepped away so he wouldn't hurt them. He lost his voice and the others could keep theirs. And now they're using their voice to acknowledge his. It came for full circle, which again, I agree. And it's forcing the world to listen to his side of the story when he can't share it.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah. They're acknowledging his sacrifice, and now they're making everyone acknowledge it too. New Two Moons, Ranties, everyone. Remember at the expo when they said people liking it isn't the focus, it's all about the message? Well, here it is.
Exactly. They did what they wanted to do. They told the story that they wanted to tell, regardless of how it was received. And they thought out everything they could have possibly said. That Raven's story was the most important. That's why they made this the title track.
And it's the most powerful thing they could have done as artists. They're under contract. They can't straight up tell us anything. So they did all of this instead to show where they stand, who they stand with.
Right. That was the most important thing. The title track shows Raven's story. The album shows that where the boys stand and where their loyalties lie. And let me tell you something, it's not with the Ranties. Thank God.
Yeah.
You Ranties.
The person I said, I still hate OP. I still hate Ranties. I'm still pissed at RBW for not saying anything. But I'm at ease knowing the boys still love each other. And that when everyone else is trying to crush them, they will always have each other's back. They're still family. They showed us that today.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
100%. That is the exact feeling that I got from EraseMe.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I could see some parts in there that could be looked at as like, oh, that's from the guy's perspective. Because like we said, you know, the guys were being attacked a lot too. And they were having to push back their memories and all that kind of stuff as well. But this literally was like, he was made into a villain. He was erased. He was cut out. Like, and he couldn't say anything. He couldn't say anything about it. He couldn't do anything about it.
Right.
Like, again, this makes me love ONEUS even more.
Right.
That they would do this. This is a bold decision. This is a legit bold decision to go, we might not be able to straight up say how we feel or what we think, but we're going to show you through our music. That is bold as hell, and it shows that they still love him and that they still love each other, and I love them even more for it.
Right. Yeah. And the fact that, like, again, to bring it up, not to keep bringing it up, but still, the fact that Ito said, we have a message we want to put out there. Peeps, this is the message. Mm-hmm. They want to put Raven's voice out there. They want to tell their side of the story and his side of the story. They were wounded, and God damn it, listen. Because you can't just do this to people and then expect the others just to move on and everything be hunky-dory. Because it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. You can't do this to people. You can't do this to people.
And I think that's one of the things is, unfortunately, in K-pop, a lot of the times, well, I say it a lot of times, but I know a lot of K-pop stans who are not like this. But I know that there are K-pop stans out there who don't look at the idols as human beings. They look at them as objects, as things that they can own and purchase and control. And these are human beings with lives and feelings and hearts of their own. And you can't just treat them like this.
Exactly.
It's dehumanizing. Like, yeah. So, yeah. This person, I don't know if you're gonna ever find this video, but we're gonna follow you on Twitter from our account.
Right.
And who knows, maybe we'll even tag you when we post it and share it on Twitter. Thank you for putting into words what we might not have been able to say ourselves, because I think we was really, like we said before, we was big mad in the first half of this video. So we were venting a lot, but this is exactly how I feel, and I do feel like I've gotten some kind of closure from this.
Right.
Do I feel completely healed? No. I don't know if I ever will, or it might not be until like we get like some more stuff from Raven. But the fact that he's out there and he's posting and he's still communicating with us, and the fact that ONEUS has proven to us yet again that they are a family no matter what, and that they are strong enough and bold enough and brave enough to stand up for what they believe in. Yeah, I've gotten a really nice dose of closure with this.
Yeah. Yep. It has helped me heal quite a bit, and I do appreciate that. And I honestly thought I was nervous about this comeback, and like I went in and bought the album because I didn't want to give myself a second to even think about buying the album, because I knew I wanted it.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted it, but I was afraid that I was going to second guess myself, that I was going to break myself by doing this, because I was really concerned about this comeback. I was worried that they were going to come into this having to do what all other idols in this situation have to do. They have to go on and pretend like nothing ever happened, and that they've always been this way, and that everything's fine. And honestly, the fact they didn't do that, the fact that they're going, hey, we aren't okay. We are not okay with this. It just, I don't know. The confirmation makes it feel so much better. You know, it doesn't make it okay, but it at least helps heal. And the fact that they decided to give Raven a voice through EraseMe is phenomenal. Because the whole time I was thinking it, I was like, this feels like it's Raven's voice. This feels like it's from his point of view. There are certain parts that I do feel like are from the other guys' point of view too. But it really did feel like, yeah, I have to agree. It really did feel like they gave him a voice through this. And the fact that they made it the title track, you know, is telling the world, listen the hell up, because, you know.
Yeah. Like, I know I joked at the beginning, like, haha, it'd be so funny if Raven wrote this. And I don't think he legit wrote it, because probably couldn't, but I think he legit had a hand in it. And he definitely, yeah, he had a hand in this, for sure. And I almost, knowing his sass and his humor the way we do, I almost hope he just sits back and enjoys this and laughs, as everyone who tried to silence him is now having to be forced to listen to his story.
Yeah.
I hope it is a nice dose of humble pie to all of them. Probably not, because they're probably still going to deny to this day. They're probably going to die on the hill of there's no way this is about him. Delusional. That's all I gotta say. Delusional. Our second word of the week. We have multiple words this week.
Aggressive
and delusional.
And we have personal ones that
yeah, those ones are a little different. But yeah, so we saw this and we just wanted to read it, and we felt like the message that this Twitter user put out there was so in line with how we feel. We wanted to share it with all of you. So nice little added bonus to today's video.
Yes. And to the Twitter person, if you ever see this,
join our Discord.
Thank you.
I like you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for putting it out there, for confirming what other people are thinking as well. I can at least tell you there are 2 other people on this planet that agree with you. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, so with that said, we're gonna go ahead and go for a second time. But we love you guys, and we will catch you all later. Oh my god. That was very hot.
Yes. She's got big, gorgeous eyes.
Oh my goodness. It's the move! Oh my god.
This is the performance I wanted you to see like a year ago. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my, it's a tribute to all of them. All the groups.
Look at them.
Yes! Mingy!
Not that I haven't.
Oh wow, Chunjin, really? Really?
Why? You had to hit me in the feels.
Woo! It's getting hot here. Let's just turn my fan back going.
Oh my gosh. I really like this routine.
Oh no! Yup. Oh my word. So many hits. So much hip stuff. Okay.
My.
이거 데이지 말고 와야 돼.
You can't slide across the floor. He got hung up. Oh no. It was like he started to slide.